All right, Panther fans. So today I wanted to talk about 5 former Florida Panthers who could possibly or not possibly be a target of the team during the trade deadline. Now, some of these names aren't mine. They're names that have been put out there into the NHL Twitter sphere by some of the hockey writers. But there's a couple names on this list, one in particular that I'm going to end with that I haven't heard anybody talk about. It might surprise you that I would actually want him back. All right, so let's get number 5 out of the way. Mike Hoffman, no thanks. 8 goals, 10 assists for 18 points, and somehow he's also a minus 18. Hoffman had one element to his game when he was here, and he's only gotten older. So thanks, but no thanks. Number 4 is Riley Smith. Now, that's not a name that I would normally put on my list, but I think it was Elliot Friedman and a couple other people have said he would be, quote, perfect for Florida. Now, first of all, the Penguins are still kind of in it, so I'm not sure. It's not a guarantee that they're going to start selling. Second of all, Riley Smith still has term on his deal. He still has next year's contract. He has modified no trade clause, and I doubt he'd want to come here anyway, considering his comments about playing in front of an empty arena that he made while he was in Vegas. So no thanks to Riley Smith. No thanks to Mike Hoffman. Now we can get to the 3 guys that I actually wouldn't mind. All right, number 3 on the list is Nick Bjugstad. Yes, he's going to be a free agent with the Coyotes. He's still able to put up moderate number of points, and he can play center. He can play wing if he absolutely had to. He would fit in chemistry-wise with the guys. Now, I don't think that this is somebody that's likely to get taken by the Panthers, but I wouldn't mind having him actually be, off the bench. I wouldn't want, you could replace Nick Cousins with him. Maybe you'd have to move some other pieces around. But Nick Bjugstad, even though he's a starter now, he to me would be like just an off the bench guy that would seriously improve your depth in case anybody got injured. But I don't really know right now where he'd fit if you didn't want to disrupt too many of the lines. You know what I mean? He's not a 1 or a 2C. Lundell's at 3C. So what are you going to do? Put Bjugstad at 3C, move Lundell up next to Barkov? Does that help us or hurt us? I'm not really sure. And if you can't really be sure, you don't make the move. But if you were just going to bring him in to be a guy that leapfrogs over Lorentz as 4C, I'd say do it. All right, number 2 is a good old friend, Anthony Duclair, with 11 goals, 8 assists with the San Jose Sharks. Now, we all know he hasn't been playing a whole lot. Basically, they said they weren't happy with his defense. It's in a nutshell what they've done. And we know Duke has never been a massive defender anyway. Now, he didn't hurt us last year when he came back. He would fit. We know he would work with Barkov. Is he going to hurt us defensively? I don't really know that would happen. Right now you have Verhaeghe up there. I kind of thought Duke bought in. You know what I mean? He's not going to go knocking people around, but I did kind of see him buying in and doing the Duclair version of back checking and forechecking. That might be one player where the ding that you take on defense could be worth the offense if he still can score goals at the pace that he used to. He hasn't done it so far, but it's San Jose. I'm not really going to hold that against him, and it would be easy for him to just walk in the door. So that's one possibility, but he's actually not top on my list. Now, the guy that's tops on my list might surprise you because when he was here with us, I kind of thought he was meh. And though you wouldn't think of this guy as a guy that you would just slot in next to Barkov, he can do so many things, and he's such a solid two-way player. He's on an expiring deal. He can get you some goals. His career high was when he was with the Panthers. And I'm talking about Alex Wennberg. He's a left-handed shot, so he could even slot in next to Barkov on that left wing if you wanted him to. When he was here, I was kind of meh by him. He still got 17 goals this season was here, so I'm not really sure what I was bitching and complaining about. He might have just been one of those kind of boring guys that didn't catch my eye, which might be a perfect fit in Maurice's system. That's the one possibility. As I was going through all of the names of the former Panthers, that's the one where I kind of said, oh, that would make sense, because he's a guy that I criticized before, which would make perfect sense if you watch this channel, that he would come back here now and help us out. Now, one other guy that's out there but probably not available is Frank Vetrano. As well as he's played offensively, he's not somebody I really want on the team because of the penalty situation. And from what I was told, he's still taking at least one stupid penalty per game. The only other two players that are out there that we ain't never going to get, that I ain't never going to stop wanting back, are, of course, Lawson Krause and Owen Tippett. They would fit. But when I saw the list and I saw Alex Wennberg's name, I said, oh, that would make sense. He can play center. You guys know I've been kind of wanting to upgrade the bench from the center position, but he also was a left-handed shot. Maybe you could just put him next to Bennett and Kachuk. What about that if you want Verhaeghe up top? He can do a lot of things for you. He's a solid two-way player. Bill, I know you watch the videos, brother. Go get him.